Hello everyone, and again, I'm in Spawned Engine trying to show you what I've done, but it was not a week, it was like a month or something, and still not much done, much was done in this period of time. I'm breaking my promises again, still looks the same, but it actually is not the same at all. Well, I was learning a few things. I cannot, explain what I was doing really. Sometimes I was just lazy, of course, but it's all programmers are, I guess. So I will start with what I've done and tell you a few things that I actually want to do, and that will take like 2 weeks to do it because I told before that I want to make something happen with this movement system because it's so crappy, and I released a demo with a crappy movement system like this, but it's all slippery and stuff. It's all weird. So let me start with a book of knowledge. It has the search bar. It functions as a search bar. You can choose pages you found and stuff like that. Then this thing right here, where you can choose your item to see the information, how fast you can destroy a block, and what drop you would get. So you can actually choose two items now by hovering with your mouse. You can actually see that that these items are compared, and the stick, it has lower values. That's why it's displayed as red. So if I would change it to a stick and hover on the pickaxe, it would show higher values. So you can kind of compare those two together. It's pretty cool. Of course, I added a vertical slider as well for that matter. Of course, I added one more page for damage explanation. I removed the outline about this because it looked ugly for me, so I think this little circle looks pretty cool. The thing about search page is just a page number, an icon, and just name. But I guess I would enter some basic information like how many hearts it has, durability, stuff like that, or hardness. The thing that I put in the pages already, like this sort of stuff, but even more basic. So besides that, there is one more change, that you can actually open multiple GUI frames. I call them GUI frames. So bam, you can actually open up your inventory and book of knowledge in the same time. They scale together, but you will be able to scale them whenever you hover on them. I didn't actually added this, and I should have had. So yeah, you can actually grab it from any point and you can drag it now. No longer you have to, search for the point where you can actually drag the GUI frame. And of course, unless bothering with buttons. So if I would take this, for example, it doesn't drag the inventory. But if I take empty slot, oh, this doesn't work, but this works. So it still can drag from this point. And the last thing I've done for GUI is texture blurring. You cannot see very well the text, and the font is kind of messy without any spaces in between letters, but whatever. So what this does, well, there was texture blurring. You could have turned it on or off, but what this offers you is that whenever you scale something, it starts to be pixelated or blurred. So if I would scale it to this point, it's kind of pixelated. If I scale it up and up, It looks pixelated, it looks nice, but when it's blurred, there's wait, I have to go to the blur point. It says that it blurs always, but it actually doesn't. It goes to a certain scale. So it's still pixelated, but it goes to a point where it's getting blurry from this to this. And I just wanted to add this blur point because when there's no blur, it goes pixelated all the way and it looks very weird on this heart right here. You'll see it's oh wait, I didn't confirm that. It's always the problem with me, I cannot confirm things. Okay, now it's done. So it looks pixelated no matter which size it is. Right now it's really weird looking heart. So that's why I added the blur point. When it's default 1.5, so whenever you zoom out it still looks nice, and whenever you zoom in it's pixelated. So that's a good feature. It'll come in handy for everything to look nice enough, right? Yeah, look at the quick slot bar. Kind of looks cool because it's blurring. But I don't want it to be blurry all the time whenever I zoom in. Pixels what I prefer mostly. So yeah, that's a cool feature that I learned in one actually day. So I told you guys that I want to add one feature concerning the leg movement, and yeah, it's gonna take like 2 weeks to figure out how to make this stuff happen, that your legs will automatically point in the surface no matter what height, and it will try to get there. So whenever you press, a button in which direction you want to go, your legs will try to move there and your body will appear in the middle of those legs. So no longer your body will be some kind of ellipse shaped circle or sphere. It's gonna be, carried by legs instead of being one solid shape. So it's kind of like experiment, because I don't think anyone works with scripts that much to apply movement from scripting, if you know what I mean. Basically all the movement usually happens in animation. It doesn't apply to the feel of the game. It's just an animation. So I really don't like animations and making them. At least I don't like the idea of it. So I'm gonna try to do everything by script, that your legs will be smart or something. So yeah, that'll be fun to do. That's why it's gonna take a lot of time, because when I worked with hands and hand animation, it's not kind of animation, but it sorta is. I don't know. It's like scripted animation or something. So it took a lot of time as well to figure out how to use the inverse kinematics, and whenever inverse kinematics is involved, it's always a mess. But I think I got it now. Like 4 times I worked on it and it was really a mess. So I will have to probably rescale the blocks, as I mentioned before. Maybe do something with the grid look of it, of repeating patterns and stuff like that. I really want to figure out how to make stuff look really nice and really generated randomly, rather than looking at this gritty look. So that's what I will be experimenting for a while. And yeah, hopefully see you guys next week to give you some more news on what's up with my project. And sorry about that. I have no other ways to say goodbye to you, because everything was completely used up already. But anyways, that's the end of the video, and yeah, let's not make this awkward anymore. Let's end this right now.